Hey, Pastel, can you hear me?
Should I put my video or
If you'd like to, you can. You don't have to. You like the way I look?
you look lovely? How are
Yeah,
you?
certainly. Yeah, I'm doing wonderful. I
Great.
figured, I can play around with some stuff, and let me try this because I'm gonna be recording the screen. Let's take a look here. All right, perfect. So nice to see your face, Pastel. Thank you very much for allowing me to do this.
Thank you for asking me. I don't even know what, but
Yeah, no, we'll get started. Let's get started right off the bat. So I want to know, what are you doing here
here in the
in this?
US.
No, in this class here.
Oh. Well, since you read my story, I joined Waters in November, and I was aware about this university, and I say I need to do it. I need to move forward. I need to get out. I need a coach. I need a mentor, and that's pretty it. I need friends. I need connections. And I need,
Like,
yeah, I need to go to go.
well, I'll ask you this, I guess, to get started, right? Because I
Yeah,
recently asked myself this question whenever I'm in a scenario where money may stop me from being the best version of myself, right? Because that's a lot of our problems. So I'll ask
yeah.
you this. If you had a pocket full of cash, all the money that you needed, what would you do?
Um,
It's a tough question, right?
it
Because,
is because I'm going all over the place.
well, what was
Uh,
the first thing that came to your mind? Because it looked like maybe something came to mind.
I love traveling.
There you go. Okay, cool. Now, is that something that you think that you can't do because you don't have the financial ability to?
Right now, yes. I used to travel a lot, like maybe in 30 countries so far, or 28.
Wow.
Yeah. Though it's something that I really enjoy, seeing different culture, different people. I like people.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I can tell you're very active in the group, and I mean, you
uh,
lighten up a lot of conversation.
I I do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You always have everything you say. I mean, I wouldn't say everything, of course, but I did my research on you and it appears that you do your best to provide utility. And that's really something that I honor here with students in this gathering. Just provide utility. Don't just be here to spam. You
Yeah.
provide great questions and that's why I feel like it was kind of divine for you to actually volunteer to do this with me because I've had my eye on you because I kind of feel a kind of a closeness because of a conversation that was had in one of the threads, when we were all kind of feeling a certain way. I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Um,
Which one? Yes.
well,
Uh,
there was a situation where there was kind of emotions involved, and you kind of gave your part in it. I'll keep it real short, I guess, because there's no need to kind of like resurface that stuff. But anyways, we'll move on forward. I'm still getting through these nerves here, so you'll have to excuse me a bit. I'm getting in the flow.
I'm the one should be.
I did see here that you have I guess you would like to maybe start swing trading. Is that correct?
That's exactly, and I'm sorry, that's why I'm late
No, it's
because
okay.
I'm following a course, Astro Financial,
Hmm.
with Divox. You know her, you remember her? She
Probably
was
not, no.
she was the moderator in Waters
Mm.
Discord.
What's her name again, you said?
Divotex.
D
Ast
Vortex.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of course. She was very active back in the day. Actually, I haven't seen her name around in the so either way, I'm glad she's doing her thing. That's beautiful.
Yeah, she does. And yeah, she's good.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the swing trading? I myself would used to consider myself a swing trader.
Really?
Yeah.
That's first of all, I'm a newbie. I can draw my charts and use some indicators, but I'm mainly an investor on XRP. I used to be in the XRP army for a few months. You can go and see my ex. But yeah, I want to do that because I'm starting to understand the market. Because for the past year, I've been reading, researching, looking, watching charts, reading everything possible. And I like that.
Well,
And
I'll tell you, I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, ma'am.
yeah, no, just when I like something, I go for it.
Yeah. I enjoyed well, I guess I enjoyed the thought of me being a swing trader or like trading and day trading or even, just kind of being in the market. But I realized that I became a prisoner to that thing that's trading, right? And there were times where even when the market was looking good and I was in the green, if I was spending time away from the computer with my family or whatnot, I was just like a prisoner. I would just think about that price. Like, how is my leverage trade doing right now?
Yeah.
So I wasn't as successful. I would say that if I gathered up all the money that I made, I definitely lost way more than I made swing trading, right? Or even just messing around. It's just now that I feel that I'm seeing progress because I'm setting and forgetting, kind of like what Jordan said.
Yeah.
Um, but with the swing trading, the reason that I pursued that was because I was trying to find that financial abundance. Like I can do this and I can travel and I can still trade. But I realized that I just wanted to travel and make passive income. And it wasn't the swing trading that I wanted to do. I just thought it would be the best way. So I kind of just wanted to dig into maybe if that's your passion or if that's thinking that there's no other way to get that kind of freedom. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Um, for me, at the moment, it's my um, survival mode.
Yeah. Now we're getting
So,
somewhere.
so I like it, so that's good. Um, I wanted to go back to my career. I used to be a QA engineer, but after a 14 years break, I don't think I can make it.
What
I
did you used to
can.
do exactly with that in that
Um,
career?
I used to work for IBM and Pfizer. So for IBM, we were doing antivirus and intrusion detection systems. So I'm I'm testing the code or I'm testing the product to see if it functions very well, if there's some vulnerabilities and stuff like that. And for Fiserv, it was the same, but for financial applications. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
it was great. I started in England because I used to live in England, and then I've been transferred here by a sponsorship. So here I am. But after 14 years, I don't think I can make it. um, Go back to the office, work for someone. I don't know. I,
Yeah. So
you
you
know,
don't you don't feel called to having a boss any longer.
no, because with my previous relationship, we had a cocktail bar and then a clothing boutique abroad. So we manage both businesses. So now to go back and work, I don't feel like it. I think I need to turn the page. It's 2025, and I've been
Yeah.
told that there's going to be a lots of change in my life, and that's the way it's been written. And okay,
Well, I'll say this. You are
Yeah,
part of a collective now. As you can see, we are a community. We are a collective mind working towards something. And you have to understand that you are special, right? We are special
yeah,
because not everyone knows about this group. And those that do know may not even be attracted to it because it's not for them, it's for us. So
yeah.
understand that you're divinely guided, right? And I think that right now, this year is going to be special for people like you and I. But we have to pivot and place our feet in the direction where we would like our higher selves to be, right? Because we all have a talent, right? Now, you may not know that talent just yet. Well, you may not see that talent just yet, right? And that's okay. This is what we're here for. I think this is what our
Yes,
duty is, right?
yeah.
And once we can tap into at least a feeling of what brings us a little excitement, right? Because when I say passion, I don't mean it's something where you have it in your blood, you've always wanted to do it, you have this talent within you. What I mean by passion, for those who don't know what passion is, it's what is that one thing that just brings a little more excitement than everything else, right? Let's just say it is swing trading. So let's use that as an example. If that's what it is, right, and it excites you, you are now pivoting your feet in that direction to become a swing trader, right? But
Yeah.
understand that the cost of that game is your sanity, right? I'm just talking from wisdom. You will
Yeah.
lose your sanity in that game, right? I've been there
Hello.
many times before. I was actually in the game two cycles, 2017 and 2021, and I went broker and broker. You know what I'm saying? I lost more money and more money. It's just now
Okay.
that I've become uh, a more whole, sophisticated investor where I respect my money. I was doing the stuff that Jordan always talks about. I over leveraged, and I over invested. All those things are key. Don't do those things. Don't over
Yeah,
leverage.
don't.
Don't over
Yeah.
invest. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was doing because I was a gambler at heart. So with going back to what I was saying with the whole passion. So what I would recommend is like I know it's a lot with like Jordan's classes and now he keeps coming out with all these new modules. It's like, oh my
Oh
God,
my
we got
God.
more.
Yeah, I mean, it's
But
like
hey,
there's
he
more
has
and
to
more
feed.
every week. I'm late.
Well, no, no, no. Well, here's the thing. So I think that everyone needs to now realize because it's compounding now, right? That it's not for us to speed our asses up. Of course, he has made a 9-week accelerated course, so in a way, he has a time frame in his mind where he would
Yeah.
like to see something, right? But
Yeah.
also, you have other classmates that they can simply and easily just submit. So you'll see some classmates are just they're already like caught up kind of thing, right? But Jordan has to feed those classmates as well, right? A great professor cannot allow to hinder the growth of one student. So if there's one student that is just on point waiting for more, it's his duty to give us more. It's not our duty to try to be the first to do it either way. Like you can still be on the brand phase, you can still be on the why phase today, even right, because it's just been a few weeks. So even if you have to start from scratch with your why, it's okay. You can go ahead and resubmit a new one and have a fresh outlook for everybody, right? So I know you've gone through a lot, right? From what I can read and from what I gather, you may have lost more than you wanted to ever lose, especially at the age you're at now, and that's hard, right? I can understand that 100%, but you can look at it as a shedding of the old you because in order to be a true wolf in this community, you can't have that skin of who you once were because now we're asking you to be who you're going to be, So
Okay.
I go on my tangents. I'm sorry, I kind of lost train of thought there.
No, I'm listening. It's very
I saw
interesting.
here you were divorced after 14 years of marriage, right? You were married
Yeah.
14 years? Yeah.
Yes, 14 years exactly.
Yeah.
At the date, the same day almost. It's ridiculous. And you know what?
It's divine.
Yes, and you know what? What is more interesting is the relationship ended in November. XRP rised in November at the same
Wow.
time. Like my angel didn't want me to just, go broke, and that's why I can survive for now. And but yeah, at the
So you
same
do
time,
have a little bit of freedom to explore yourself. Am I right? I never really, I don't want to dig too deep in your finances because
oh,
that's
I'm
not the
good.
point here, right?
No,
But
yeah,
if
no.
you're if you're able, like if you have a little bit of breathing space, right? Because myself included right now, like I'm barely swimming, I'm doing my thing and I'm tapped into this, and so it's bringing me joy, and somehow things are just working out for me, right?
Yeah,
But if you do have the financial capability to buy yourself that freedom to just explore little things, even if it's every day you set out to just go in to, I'll give you an example. My life really started taking a positive turn when I started taking one whole day, 24 hours, to do whatever was my highest excitement. And what I mean by that is when I woke up in the morning, I woke up and asked, or even the day before, I asked myself, if I can picture the most ideal day, let's not think about money or making money or nothing. If tomorrow I wake up and I can do whatever I want, what would that be? It could be as simple as, I want to make myself a really good egg omelet. Okay, so we're gonna start with that, right? So you wake up in
right.
the morning, you make your egg omelet, and then you ask yourself, what can I do? Maybe I can go ride a bike. That's me personally. I love riding bicycles. So I'll
Yeah,
go
I
for a
bet you.
walk in the park. You know, if you get a feeling after you make your cheese omelet, right? You get a feeling to go and just go for a walk around your neighborhood. That's just the thing that pops in your head. You may say, your ego may say, no, that's not excitement. No, don't do that. Just find something greater. No, no, no. Follow that. Because you never know what you're gonna find on that path walking that trail, right? Who you may bump into. You may bump into someone that you just needed to speak to and they just gave you the information you need to proceed with whatever we're trying to do here, right? So if I were to give you some homework, right, to try to determine what lights you up, right, because it's hard to find out what really excites us. I would say do that because you have the freedom of that time. So set up and you have a Saturday coming up. If you're really about that life tomorrow, if you have no plans, do that. Before you go to sleep, have some fun and just imagine, well, I have no worries tomorrow. Because you know what? Yes, I'm divorced, but you know what? I'm a single lady. I can do whatever I want tomorrow. I have no responsibilities. So let's go ahead and let's draw out at least two things. Let's make some breakfast, or let's go for a walk, or maybe whatever, maybe go to the movies, whatever you're
I want to
called
go to a
to.
museum.
There you go. Very
Oh my
French.
God.
Okay.
I I love that, and he didn't like that, and I love that.
Do you have a museum in mind that you can go to where you live? I mean, Atlanta's very cultured, so
Yes, yes, we have
okay.
plenty. Yes, we have plenty.
Yeah.
I've been there,
Yeah.
but yeah, museum.
I would say then
Like,
do that, then start your morning off just like that. Really, I'm telling you, just from my wisdom, and I've done this, like I experimented on myself. When I was, I mean, in terms of like the money, you got to move things around, and it's hard to do it, right? Because every
yeah,
day I think about, I got to feed my family, so I
yeah.
can't be out there just lollygagging and being like, well, I'm gonna go for a walk, right? But you do it intentional. You set aside the time knowing that because you're going on this route, your higher self is asking for this because they just want you to tap out of the matrix and go within, right? And you are going within by tapping into what you want to do because what you want to do is what your higher self wants to do, right? So if you have the time and you're really about that, go ahead and just jot down a few things that you would like to do tomorrow. You may not even have to do all of them because on the list of the things you want to do, you may have three things. And
Yeah.
once you start the first one, you're going to be led to do something else and forget about the next two, right? Just go with the flow. Don't have any expectation. Set your day up to know that you're just going to follow your heart. You're gonna go to the museum. Okay, perfect. You had a wonderful time at the museum. You leave, you see a nice little pizza spot. Go to the pizza spot. I bet you're gonna see you're gonna see a miracle there. Because tomorrow, when you start your day, understand that you just have to ask your higher self, just show me that I'm doing this right. Just show me that Sunflow is right. And you're gonna be proving because your higher self is always waiting to prove to you that it got your back.
How do you know that I don't go out?
How do I know that you don't go out?
Yeah,
No, no. Well, it would be my error in assuming that you don't. But what I can assure you that I believe is that you don't, you haven't, when you do go out, let's say you're gonna go to the same museum. You never had the intention in your brain to just use your heart and not your brain. So on your way to that museum, you're gonna take a different path. Maybe there's traffic because Atlanta's crazy. So you're gonna
Yep.
take a little path and you're gonna reroute, right? And you're gonna be like, okay, well, I'm gonna reroute because I'm gonna be led somewhere else. Tomorrow morning, you may not even end up at that museum because you took a detour and found a little shanky little museum, a mom and pop little museum. There you go. Look at the magic there. At least that fed your excitement for the day, and that's gonna lead you. And now you feed off of that, right? Now you're on this little high. Okay, I'm a little high now on this life thing. I see that my higher self is trying to look out after me. Now, I did cut you off and do apologize, but what did you
No,
mean? Where were you going when you said my assumption was that you don't go out?
no, I mean, how do you feel that I don't go out or I should go out or no, you say I should do things that excite me. Okay, I'm
With
sorry.
intention. So yeah, you go out because you know that you can, you have the ability, you might as
Yes,
well. You're not doing anything in the house. But what I mean by the intentionally going out is go out intentionally knowing that you're gonna find a miracle tomorrow. You are gonna find it if you just ask. Now, it can be something where you consider coincidental, right? Because a lot of us, when we see something that's too good or too synchronistic, we're like, oh, that was just a coincidence. No, it wasn't. It
no,
was not because we create a reality. So follow the breadcrumbs of the synchronicities. Yeah.
that
What where would you like to be? Like after, let's say, the 9-week accelerator course, where did you picture yourself? Have you thought about where maybe you potentially thought you would like to be?
after what? I'm
After
sorry.
the 9-week accelerator, like this whole 9-week program?
Oh, where I want to be in my plan.
Yeah,
Oh,
like so you have swing trading there. Do you expect after, let's say, after this course is over to now be maybe like a full-time day trader with a different mental state kind of thing? I'm just trying to see where right now you have your feet pivoted to, because if needed, we can just make a small adjustment to where your feet are pointed at, and that little small adjustment, yes, you continue swing trading, you continue D Vortex's class, shout out to her, and you do your thing with that. But if you could still pivot the other foot in just another little direction, right? Just to give yourself another path, right? Because I tell you, I'm just speaking by wisdom that when you go to the museum and you have an open trade there, you're not going to be enjoying the museum because you're going to be wondering, oh my God, what is Bitcoin doing? Because that's the game, you
I
know?
know, I know. I definitely know.
Yeah,
I know. I've been walking around in the house for the past 2 months, and I don't know yet what is my long-term plan.
that's okay. That's
And
it's
it's killing
beautiful
me.
because you have come to this community, as I say, it's perfect, everything in divine timing. Because I really do feel that once his whole year of the snake comes, right? From what I've heard, it's like the year of like, listen, if you put in your work and you're a good person, it's gonna pay off. I'm telling you, as I speak to you right now from this cow's mouth, right? Things are changing for me. Things are changing because I know that I put in the good karma. I put in the work
Yeah,
to have a better future. I'm deserving of it. Finally, I understand that I deserve it. And I
yeah,
understand that I will reap that because that's what I have sowed. So you will too. I don't know you, but I feel you. As I said, I do deep dives on my classmates just to kind of see where everyone's at, and I
yeah,
know where you're at. I have been where you are at. I have actually been, I would say, more fearful than you because I had quite a lot to lose. Like I understand you did too, ma'am. I'm not saying. I just had the feeling. Do you have children?
no,
Okay, I had the feeling that maybe you didn't, right? So you had that aspect in life of these children, and you're like, oh my God, I'm messing up. Life is not going the way that it should, and these kids are gonna consider me a failure. And then everyone around me is like doing so good. My closest friends, they're starting their businesses and they're growing and they're getting all this money and they're buying this stuff and that. And I'm here with my little hoopty, I'm just driving my car. It works. It's a great car. And I just found myself really getting lost by comparing myself to others, really. And
yeah,
I see potential in anyone who is taking control of their life and a part of this group, really. I mean, and it's just starting off. I
Yeah,
see
it's just
so
starting
many
out.
sparks,
I
so many
know.
sparks.
I have a question for Jordan.
Okay.
Another
Well, maybe I
one.
can give it to him.
Yeah, a personal one, but it's always related to my case, of course, and he likes that. But uh, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in this situation at the university, and I actually put it in my next task that I don't have the luxury to open a business or to create because I need, I need some income.
Mhm.
So how do you, so that's why sometimes I'm like, well, am I at the right place? Is the university for me? Because I'm already have some baggage,
Mhm.
like, heartbroken, I'm broke, uh,
Hell yeah, preach, preach. I'm with
like,
you, Pastel.
where the hell am I doing at the university where everybody is, relax and create? How can you create something and be zen and create when you are in a rush? I'm going to formulate that better, but that's my question. How can you do that? If tomorrow
I'm
you
with
don't
you.
know if you're going to eat, you can't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
oh,
if it's a little bit difficult for me to speak about like not worrying about money because it's something it's an open wound for me. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I'm being honest with you. It's not easy out here. Yes, I have my investments, and if it burns and goes to zero, I'll be okay. I'll be 100% okay if all my money that's in that crypto goes away. It's fine because
I
I've lost it
won't.
before. What's up?
I won't be
You
fine.
will be. You will be fine.
No, I'm leaving off my XRP bags. I'm gonna sell everything in March 2, March 2nd.
What if it doesn't? That's another thing. So I think that I'm worried about this too, right? But I don't want to give hopium to anybody. Now, there may be I'm not an analyst, right? I'm just going based off of scenarios. Let's just say it doesn't work out where March we don't march away because there's nothing to march away to. Like the XRP is still at $2, right? Let's just say it happens, right? Then we have to wait to September, maybe, or maybe we have to wait till 2026, maybe, right?
Yeah,
I think that we have to start detaching ourselves from that imaginary bag because it's all virtual now. That money that you put in, it is gone. Really, it's virtual now. It's just a number on the screen, right? Now, as I said earlier, and I will continue to say, and I will always say, you are divinely guided. I know it sucks to hear that crypto may not get you where you want to be, but that's a blessing. Because I tell you what, I had the opportunity to be a multi-millionaire because in 2017, I was the only one telling everyone to buy Bitcoin at $200. And I was
oh my
there
God.
stacking, 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 right? Right now, there's a timeline of me that's a multi-millionaire. But I'll tell you what, I don't like that person. I was going to multiply that person because, as Jordan has explained, money doesn't change you, money multiplies who you are. Right? All this
Yeah,
time that we have together here as a community, together building what we're building, we want crypto to take a back seat until we're ready for that money. Because then when we get that money, by let's say September, all of us are going to be mentally in a different place where we can gather our funds and do something incredible. Versus right now, we're kind of all just like waiting for the time to come so we can cash out. And when that money comes, then I'll be good. I'll be good when that money comes. Pastel, I promise you, I had money in my hand. Well, not I had the money in the account in 2017. I saw numbers that I was like, oh my goodness. Look at this, right? And it just came down
yeah,
crashing. I came down crashing on me. But it was a blessing because back then when that person that I wasn't prepared. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't even think about taking the 30% out for taxes, right? And then the 30%, when I take the 30%, I didn't think about taking the 30% and then putting it somewhere to gain some value. So then by the time the tax season comes, then I have the 30% plus maybe I have 10% on top to make a little more off of that. I didn't know where I was going to allocate the money. I didn't know about the personal financing through insurance policies. I didn't
uh-huh,
understand the value of generosity. Before that man who had all that Bitcoin, I was a very stingy man. I was very greedy. I wouldn't give you a dollar because I was like, I need that dollar though. I was like that, right? But now that I
Right.
have less, oh, it says that I'm running out of time. Hold on, we gotta upgrade. Let me give a second. If anything, I'm gonna send you another link and then we'll just restart because it's every 40 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, no
Yeah, unless
problem.
it's divine and I gotta shut my ass up and then we gotta end the conversation. I'll go with what you say, but um, I'll keep it going, I guess, until it runs out, and
Yeah,
then if you like, we
and
can
I
keep it
have the
going.
timer, so
Okay, cool. I lost my train of thought. It was divine either way. Just to let you know, I mean, I go on and on about like my story of me losing everything and
no,
kind of
I
shedding
like
the old
that.
me
Yeah,
because you mentioned the situation with your money. I can't do this because I need the money. I can't do that because I need the money. I understand you may not be able to open up a restaurant or a boutique or something physical because you don't have the physical funds right now. But if you were to pivot your feet in that direction to just be like, you know what, today I'm just gonna go for a walk and like window shop any available boutique stores just to see if there's anything out there. And you go for a walk because you left the museum and you're down walking in the street. And you're like, oh wow, look, this is for sale. I don't think I can afford it, but let me just go inside and just let me see how it looks inside. And you meet the owner. And the owner's like, you know what? I really want to get this off my back. How about I just rent it out to you? Boom. You got yourself a rent-to-own boutique. Just an example of
yeah,
what the universe can provide to you because I'm telling you, I've seen magic in my life. I've seen things come together. Now, I want more. You know what I'm saying? I want some more
of
money,
course.
but what I need, like the abundance, getting what I need when I need it, I just understand that the universe is going to provide it to me, and it does, right? Right now, my game plan is to manifest more because, yes, I have what I want, but I need a little more, right? So I'm going to get there, though. I understand that I rather my story, like when I pass on, I'd rather my story when I pass on be, wow, look at what I've been able to create on my own versus, oh, he became crypto rich and look at all the things he did. I don't want to be known for being crypto rich. I want to grow my wealth, you know? And so I'll
Yeah,
leave it with that, you know? I understand that, and a lot of us feel that way where we need this bag to do what we got to do. What if that bag doesn't come? We have no choice but to just go within. So I hope that tomorrow you set yourself up for a beautiful day to go in and just follow that little joy within you.
I will, definitely will. That was very interesting. Um, I will be able to survive 1 year. And in this time, then things gonna start up, and I hope, but swing trading is the only thing that came to my mind. So
I am with you 100%, Pastel. And I tell you what, if that does bring you joy, I'm not here to tell you not to do it. I just want to provide my wisdom because I've
I
been there
know what you
before.
mean, and I know that. I
I know the
know
feeling.
that. I wish I could do something else or had another
So
opportunity.
talk tonight. Tonight, talk to your higher self. You know, you can do it. We can have a conversation. Now, of course, our higher selves, they don't speak English or French. You know, they don't speak that language. They speak through symbolisms, right? They speak through synchronistic things in our reality. So speak to your higher self and just be like, listen, I know it's not this. I don't want to do this because I may just lose all my money to this shit. Because you know what the truth is, Pastel? When swing trading, the problem with it is that you can lose more than you're willing to lose. You know, it's not like a business. You know, you in a business, it's gonna cost 50,000 to get it up and running. And you
Yeah,
lose the 50,000. Right now, you can go deeper. You made a bad trade. Well, okay, I lost 1,000 today, so I gotta make 2,000 to make up for yesterday's loss, and then you lose 3,000, and then you gotta and you on, and it's a snowball effect, you know. And if you haven't experienced that, I think it's only a matter of time, right? Unfortunately, I'm
right.
not trying to speak that upon
No,
you, right?
yeah,
But it
I
just
know.
happens. You try to win back your losses, but you never win back your losses, right? You're kind it just
Yeah.
it that game is designed to, if not steal your money, steal your soul and steal your essence, right? So I would say that if you do want some guidance, because you already said it right now, that you kind of think that that's the only way to get big and get rich, but yeah,
Not
you know,
rich. I never even mentioned the word rich. No, it's gonna, um, I'm trying to buy time.
oh shit, wow, hell yeah,
You,
bars, yes,
you,
okay,
like, if I
yeah.
sell all my crypto, I can live for a year.
Right
But
now, if you sell if you sell your portfolio entirely, you can live a year, you're saying?
yes,
But you wouldn't
yes.
want to do that either, though. I'm sure, you really don't want to, you still want to have your investment in place. I
Well,
would say, I would say you can allocate a little bit. You have yourself 2 months, right? Let's just say, or you know what? You have yourself a week. If you can promise yourself 1 week where every day that week for the next 7 days, you just understand that you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be the future version of yourself, right? Because first, I guess we'll take it back a little bit, right? We're gonna do this. Think about who you ideally would like to be. Don't think about the money because that's not who you are. That's just something,
no,
right? So think about who you are, like what makes you you, right? And then set the intention out to try to become one of those things. Let's say you say, well, I work out every morning because I love to work out every morning because I hate working out today. But the future version that I picture, that person loves to work out every morning. So what do you have to do? Well, tomorrow morning, you just got to work out. Now, I'm not saying to go and bust your ass working out. Go for 3 minutes and just jump. Do something stupid that's active because at least you're putting it out in the universe that you're doing something. So you're attempting to do what you need to do. So you're already tapped in closer than you were yesterday into the person that you are tomorrow because you already attempted to work out. And then tomorrow, the next day after that, you're gonna more than jump. You're gonna do a push-up, maybe just one. Once you're done with the push-up, then you go to the museum. you know? So promise yourself, because right now you have the freedom. Think about that. I understand that right now your mind is in scarcity. I know how it
yeah,
is. I know
yeah.
the feeling of scarcity, like I'm about to go broke. I know. I know how it is, right? But you have freedom. You are way wealthier than you believe, you know? You just said it right now, you can live a whole year without working. Oh my goodness, Pastel, you're rich in my eyes, you know?
Yeah, but
So
I need
so
I
I
need
know
to
you need
invest
more. We need more.
myself.
I say this. Since you are willing to invest in yourself because you invested in this course, which was not a
Yeah,
very inexpensive course, right?
yeah,
Investing in yourself in a free way, technically, right? Because you can take 7 days, and those 7 days, every single day, do what your heart wants to do. Whatever that, the simplest thing, like I said, the museum is even a lot. You can literally just go for a nice little walk or go to the pet store and see some little animals because they bring you joy. And you just follow that every day for the 7 days. You act on your highest excitement. Go eat something that you want to eat, and just follow that
okay,
excitement, the joys for the 7 days. And you're gonna, and now the only homework you have other than not even planning, because you're gonna follow your heart. Other than that, you're just gonna have to keep your eyes open for the synchronicities, the little synchronicities. They're like, oh, that's a coincidence. No, no, no. Just follow the synchronicities. And tonight, if you can, as I was saying earlier, spend some time talking to your higher self. Like, and it's awkward at first, right? But speak to your higher self. Just be like, hey, I'm calling in my higher self. Because this is how it works. You can speak to them like this. You can really speak to your higher self and be like, listen, I'm talking to my higher self and my guides and all who are here to help me for my highest and greatest good. I just need a little help, right? I need a little help. And so tomorrow's a new day. And whatever has happened in the past, it's impossible for that to affect me tomorrow because yesterday no longer exists. In any which way possible, it doesn't exist. So tomorrow's a new day. All I ask you, higher self, is just show me something. Give me something that you know that I'm gonna say that's undeniable. And I promise you it will come. You just have to know that it will.
okay.
That's your homework. We'll leave it at that. We're gonna touch base again to see how it goes. And yeah, it's gonna go
Thank
great. You'll
you.
see. You
Oh
gotta
my
keep me up
God.
to date,
I
and
will.
we'll do a follow-up video, a follow-up conference to see how those 7 days went, or the 3 days. At least give me one day, and let me know how that went.
Oh, definitely. All
Do you
right.
have any final questions before we disconnect?
Um,
Anything?
no, I'm like, um, I
Good.
understand everything, every single word you say. So I'm gonna
Okay.
sit on it and I'm gonna do my homework.
So tonight you're gonna talk to your higher self?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's all you have to
We
do first. That's your first homework. And then after that, wake up tomorrow and find out exactly what your heart wants to do. And that's it.
works for
I know
me.
God would never make it too complex, right? He would never make it too complex. It's that simple. To just do what I'm saying is that simple. And I can only speak the wisdom that I hold because I am an example of it. I'm telling you, my life has changed, and it was in a matter of